This is a video of Kwame Lillard, our tour guide for the Freedom Ride. He is discussing how every single person played a part in the civil rights movement, and although Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a good man and a good leader, he had a lot of people behind him that made the movement so expansive and so successful. While white people could use the restroom like most civilized members of society, black people were not allowed to relieve themselves while downtown. So this is the alley where they were supposed to go to the restroom. I traveled through Uganda this summer, and during my first bus ride across the country, the bus stopped and everyone got out to use the restroom on the side of the road. People squatted and stared at me when I did the same. I was the only white person on the bus, so there were several children giggling at my white behind squatting next to the bus, and all of a sudden I understood the feeling that I was the one who didn't belong. But no one was spitting on me. No one was telling me I had to go to the other side of the bus or sit in the back because I was white. It's not black and white anymore. It's about issues, causes, passions. What do you care about? What can you do to make a difference in the world, or even just in one person's life? Our tour guide on the Freedom Ride, Kwame Lillard, gave us signs against things like bullying, and we were supposed to see the Nashvillians' responses. There were so many smiles and honks, but also some frowns and what he called catcalls. Having something that you were so passionate about and having someone else put their cigarette out on you while spitting in your face and all of your dreams and passions can crush the human spirit. The amazing thing to me, after seeing the sights from the civil rights movement in Nashville, is how the human spirit can never truly be crushed if you don't allow it to be. We did the Freedom Ride and a march in the rain, and some complained. Kwame Lillard didn't wear a jacket or gloves. He didn't say why, but then he spoke about how, during the movement, they marched in several inches of snow without gloves, and only some had jackets. It proved a point to me, even if he didn't say it. Towards the end of the tour, he spoke about education and how a lack of history education for black students in Nashville has caused such a skyrocketing of black adolescents in jail. He said they don't know about where they came from and what their families fought for, so they do not think that anything has changed, and they're not motivated to change anything. But the fight continues, and it can continue through education. I plan to be a teacher and right those wrongs. April 19th was Hitler's birthday. Many horrific things in history have happened on or around that date for that reason. Columbine, various terrorist bombings, and this was the bombing of a civil rights supporter's house. This plaque is on the courthouse in downtown Nashville, and it remains the sole piece of evidence that anything occurred in Nashville during the civil rights movement. There's a huge memorial for the Holocaust, but nothing for the movement. We must right that wrong as well. Hatred, again, is not about black and white. It is about educating people on our differences, our similarities, our histories, and making sure we do not repeat history. As Kwame said, everybody had a role. What will yours be in the fight for freedom and justice for all? I will be a teacher who educates every student about where they come from and about the continuing fight for freedom and equality for all.